What's up, Rebels? What's up, Pride Crew? Doug here at Pride Conditioning with your Monday motivation every single week. And this week, we are talking about something we've talked about many times before. We are talking about sacrifice. Ready? Here we go. All right, Rebels, so we are talking about sacrifice this week, and I've talked about this many times before, and we like to go back to a great quote from Seamans, who said, if you're not willing to die for this, don't bother showing up. And this is something that ever since I've heard that quote, I've heard it in the back of my head so many times. Walking into the gym, getting under the squat rack, going to pick up a bar off of the floor, coming into the gym and, cleaning my desk, printing off financial reports, going over, customer feedback, dealing with all the day-to-day things of running a gym and running a business and coaching my athletes. And then on top of all of that, my training that I have to go through for myself and research for my training and how that applies to my people. There's so much that goes into every little detail of this business and this life that we live. And all the time, I keep, day after day, week after week, I've heard this quote in the back of my head. If you're not willing to die for it, don't bother showing up. And I train a lot of clients that they just want to be healthy. They just want to be healthier. They want to live a good life. They want to look a little better and they want to feel better. And for those people, I truly love those people and I love helping them live healthier lives. But then the next step up is the people that we train for competition and the people that we train for powerlifting and the people that we train for kettlebell sport, and the other random things that we train people for, triathlons and, NASCAR drivers and, people that climb mountains and people that want to row across the Atlantic, things like this. Those are the people that they're the ones that are going to be making the sacrifice. But you can trickle that down to the normal everyday people that just want to look better. How much are you willing to sacrifice to look better? Are you willing to sacrifice, going out drinking with your friends? Are you willing to sacrifice, not eating shit food with your coworkers at lunch? Are you willing to sacrifice staying up late to watch stupid shows when you should be getting sleep and getting rest so that you can get to the gym in the morning before you go to work? Are you willing to sacrifice your time on Sunday to meal prep all your meals for the week? So, it takes that much sacrifice just to train on the daily and, look better and feel better. It takes a whole new level of sacrifice when you want to compete in a sport. And listen, to all of the people here in this gym, myself included, we train hard and we sacrifice a lot, and we train to compete and we compete to win. But none of us are going to be super famous powerlifters or kettlebell sport people or triathletes. We're high level amateur lifters. None of us is really getting paid to do this. So you let that thought will start creeping into your head. Do I sacrifice this much for a sport that I'm not getting paid to do that actually costs me money? And all of the kettlebell sport people that I program for across the country, it's the same thing. How much are you willing to sacrifice? And, I hold my people to a very high standard, and so does Lindsay. We hold our people to a high standard because Lindsay and I sacrifice so much for two sports that are not in the Olympics and we are never going to get paid from. Yes, we get paid to coach people, but we're never going to get a Nike or Reebok sponsorship. We're never going to be on the cover of a Wheaties box. So why do we sacrifice so much for these sports, and we sacrifice so much for our athletes and to run this business and to coach our people? It's out of pure love. And if you don't love it, then don't bother showing up. If you're not willing to die for it, don't bother showing up. And that's really a message more so to the coaches and the trainers out there who should be sacrificing more for their people and giving more to their people and expecting more from their people. A lot of our athletes that we train and a lot of our clients, they sacrifice enough to train with us and to deal with our program and deal with us as coaches. But it's the coaches out there and the trainers out there that need to really hear this message and hear it loud and clear that you do need to sacrifice more. My light just shut off, so lighting's going to change right there. You do need to sacrifice more, and that's what coaching is all about. So turning this all around, trying to get more of a Monday motivation and not be fucking Debbie Downer on this Monday motivation video. You can always sacrifice a little bit more to get to your goals. And I want you guys to think about how much you're willing to sacrifice to hit your goals. So that's your Monday motivation for this week. Your Monday motivation is to think about what sacrifice you're giving up, what things you're giving up, what time you're giving up to achieve your goals. And I want you to think about, could you sacrifice a little bit more and then achieve a little bit more? Another great quote that I'll leave you guys with that we heard in the past 2 weeks, especially rolling into the Arnold from this past weekend, is ordinary people achieve ordinary things. So think about that for this week. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.